Well, we are approaching the end of Witch Queen, a year of immense power creep and builds galore. And since build crafting in Destiny 2 is getting a massive overhaul when Lightfall arrives, alongside the fact that Bungie made all mods available to all players, and that most of my channel is dedicated to build crafting in a different game series, I thought I would share/archive my favorite build of the year. That way people can give it a try before Witch Queen ends if it intrigues them, and if it isn't as effective with the new systems in Lightfall, then I'll at least be able to look back on it in pride. But first, just before we get into the build, make sure to like and subscribe. Gonna be dipping my toes into different kinds of content this year, so if you really like this video, let me know it. That way, I will know to do more stuff like this in the future. Alright, thanks a bunch. Your support is greatly appreciated. So, as you may or may not already know, I am a Titan main, have been since Vanilla D1. I don't play the other classes. I literally made a Hunter and Warlock just to get the Iron Banner armor out of them for the Iron Lord title, and then I deleted the characters. And my favorite subclass on the Titan is Behemoth, the Stasis class. Now I know the elitists among you are already groaning and clicking off, saying Behemoth Titan sucks. I know this because literally as I was recording footage for this video, I had someone doing that exact thing in a run of Grasp of Avarice with me. And you want to know my response to Behemoth naysayers? I don't give a flying fuck. And also, you don't know how to use the class, but we'll come back to that later. For now, let's examine the build itself. Now this Stasis Titan build is not too unfamiliar. There are others like it, especially others that use the same exotic weapon. And while Stronghold is a very good option, I'm not here for min-maxing DPS or anything like that. I'm here to min-max fun. For this class, we'll be running Shiver Strike and Glacial Quake because we have no other choice, Glacier Grenade, and our aspects are Tectonic Harvest and Diamond Lance. Tectonic Harvest makes it so that when you shatter a stasis crystal, these big ice things, they will generate stasis shards. These can be picked up and give you melee energy back by default. However, there are more ways this build interacts with shards, which we will get to. The other aspect, Diamond Lance, will create giant icicles we can use in combat, either by spear throwing or slam dunking it when we break crystals or shatter frozen enemies. And as a bonus, the aspect also gives us 3 fragment slots instead of 2. So those are all the Behemoth unique passives. Now let's cover the fragments passives that are shared among all Titans, Warlocks, and Hunters. We have Whisper Fissures, increased damage and size of shatters. Whisper of Rime, shards now give us an overshield or heal us when we're below max HP. Whisper of Torment, taking damage gives us grenade energy. Whisper of Shards, shattering crystals gives grenade energy, and Whisper of Chains reduces damage taken when near a crystal or frozen enemy. Let's just get to the cool part already though, the weapon. I used to use Monte Carlo endlessly for my stasis build, but then I was like, I want to use sword. So, our main weapon for this build is the Lament, an exotic heavy sword that is probably the best sword in the game. You can rev it up to do more damage by guarding with it, and it has inherent anti-barrier champion capabilities. But we've still got some more to go. It's time for armor mods. For our helm, we're going with Sword Ammo Finder ×2 to get more sword ammo naturally, and we are also grabbing Elemental Shards. This mod makes our shards count as stasis elemental wells, another kind of build crafting resource that give back a small amount of energy to all of your basic abilities on pickup. This means that we can proc elemental well mods even faster and more, considering how many shards we'll be creating. In our gauntlets, we want Grenade Kickstart, so our grenade gives back grenade energy on use, Fastball for bigger grenade throwing distance, and Elemental Charge. This last mod makes it so that picking up an Elemental Well gives you Charged with Light stacks, another kind of build resource. So just to recap so far, Shattering Crystals gives us Shards and grenade energy, Shards give us melee energy, Overshields, and Charged with Light stacks because they also count as Elemental Wells. I feel like I'm playing 3 different flavors of Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks right now. For our chest piece, we are using Hoarfrost-Z. This is where the build differs from other Stasis Lament builds I've seen, as Stronghold builds focus more on the Lament, whereas this build cares about Stasis a bit more. Hoarfrost transforms our normal Titan barricade into a wall of crystals with a half crystal in the middle. This new Stasis barricade is so insanely good because it provides the benefits of both towering and rally barricade at the same time, on top of being made of stasis crystals. So why Hoarfrost and not Armamentarium then? Well, because we're going to have our barricade and our grenade feeding into each other constantly, so we'll have more crystals this way than just trying to recharge 2 grenades. For mods, we are running melee resistance and concussive dampener to reduce melee and AoE damage taken, and finally the ultimate reward of our comboing buffs, Lucent Blade. This mod gives us a 35% damage buff to swords for 5 seconds anytime we do damage to a target with a sword, consuming 1 stack of Charge with Light in the process. In the legs, we have Invigoration and Absolution for more ability energy back on orb pickup, and Radiant Light will make our allies charged with light when we use our super. On top of that, we will also get a bonus of 20 strength, reducing our melee cooldown even further, and because we're using another arc mod, Lucent Blade grants us greatly increased charge rates for swords. And lastly, our class item has utility Kickstart ×2, which means our Stasis Barricade gives us back Barricade Energy and Well of Restoration, so that picking up a Shard gives us back energy to the ability with the lowest energy. And that's the setup for the build. Now you get to run right into the heat of battle, your Lament drawn, hacking and slashing and smashing your Icy Fist right into your opponent's faces and freezing them in icy pillars, only to shatter and destroy them immediately after. Boss DPS, just spam ice crystals and have them shatter on the boss with your super. Sure, it may block allies' vision sometimes, but then just angle your slams better. Those crystal shatters will do a lot of work and are super satisfying. Same shit happened in a Val run once. Dude's repping on Stasis Titan. Dude, why are you running that? That shit sucks. Only for me to clutch our Caretaker run because all of my crystals from my super shattered just before we got wiped and killed the boss. Yeah, keep mobbing, bucko. Behemoth is here to stay. Stasis also has some fun combos and different uses that some people don't take full advantage of. For example, Glacier Grenades can be used as either platforms to help yourself or allies on tough jumping sections, or they can be quickly tossed out as an additional form of cover. Shiver Strike also has some really big lunge potential, and you're going to be getting it back constantly thanks to the Shards, so use it to get out of enemy fire real quick. Or combo the two together for some powerful and satisfying ad clear. Toss a Glacier Grenade near some enemies, then immediately Shiver Strike through it to shatter and decimate the trash mobs. You may complain that I'm using 2 abilities to do the task of 1 on any other class, and you know what? You're right, and I'm gonna do it again, because it's fun as hell. Anyways, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed my build crafting here today. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. They greatly help the channel. And if you want to see more Destiny build videos like this, let me know in the comments below. And here's a question for you. What was your personal favorite build from Witch Queen? Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.